Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV in conjunction with Colfax High School presents Viking Pregame. A look at today's Colfax Vikings boys game. And now, Viking Pregame.
Good evening and welcome to the NLWN-TV studios. Rick Olson here, and tonight the Colfax Vikings are getting ready to tip off the 2021-2022 boys basketball season as they take on the Amery Warriors. Tonight's game is the season opener for both teams, and both teams are looking for major improvement over last season. Now, coming up in this edition of Viking Pregame, we'll take a look at tonight's matchup between the Amery Warriors and the Colfax Vikings. Then we'll get Coach Noel's perspective on tonight's game in Coach's Corner. Following that, Ethan Bartles and Dan Petchaw will bring you all the play-by-play action of tonight's game. So it's time to get ready to have some exciting high school boys basketball. All that coming up right after this brief timeout. You're tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
Welcome back to Viking Pregame, where we're getting ready to bring you all the action of tonight's season-opening boys basketball game between the Amery Warriors and the Colfax Vikings. The Vikings are looking to improve on last season's 7-12 record and challenge for the Dunn St. Croix Conference Championship. Viking head coach Mark Noel starts his second season at the helm of the Vikings and is returning 8 players from last season's squad who are familiar with his system. Those returning players look to be led by 6'5" senior Tristan Lenz. Last season, coming off the bench, Lenz averaged nearly 6 points per game while pulling down over 5 rebounds per game. Also, look for 6'2" junior Nick Jensen to provide some power under the basket. In the backcourt, keep an eye on 5'8" sophomore guard Elijah Ensminger, who helped off the bench last season as a freshman with ball handling and speed. Seniors Nathan Hajdukovic and Ryan Albright, as well as junior Jack Charlo, all saw significant playing time last season and look to provide support. The Amery Warriors play in the Middle Border Conference, and they're looking to replace 6 players who graduated from last year's team, including their 2 leading scorers. They're also looking for marked improvement over last season's 3-15 record. The Warriors look to be led by 5'11" senior Dayton White. Last season, White averaged just over 4 points per game, as well as pulling down over 4 rebounds per game. Also looking to contribute for the Warriors is 6'3" senior Bryn Gauker, who last season put up over 3 points per game as well as 3 rebounds per game. Now, coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get the coach's perspective as we chat with Viking head coach Mark Noel on Coach's Corner. You're tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
Time now to see what the coaches have to say. It's Coach's Corner, what they look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. And now, Coach's Corner.
Today on Coach's Corner, we're talking with the boys varsity head coach Mark Noel. And Coach Noel, in just a few minutes, we'll be tipping off the 2021-2022 basketball season. Now, this is your second season at the helm of the Vikings. Now, is the excitement level of opening night any different from season 1 to season 2?
No, it's not. Obviously, it's about the kids first, and I know they're super excited to get started, get this season rolling. And yes, we can't wait to tip off here pretty soon.
Now, last year, the Vikings finished with a 7-12 record. Now, what are some areas of improvement we should look to see from the Vikings this season?
Well, I think where you're going to see is the improvement, but you may not see it in game 1, 2, or 3. You're going to see it as the year kind of progresses. And I think what you're going to see is that we have maybe a few more scoring options this year and more ball handlers this year. We were maybe limited in the amount of ball handling that we had on the court last year. Nothing against those kids. I love those kids that we had last year that were seniors. Great young men. But I think our ball handling has improved a lot this year.
Now, the Vikings did lose some pretty valuable players to graduation from last year, as you just mentioned. However, this year's class has seen some significant varsity time. Now, what can you tell us about this year's team?
Well, I'll kind of disagree with you a little bit there, Mr. Olson. I think that we don't have a lot of experience coming back. We do have Tristan Lenz, who started maybe less than a handful of games last year. Nate Hajdukovic, who started every game for us last year. And then Ryan Albright that didn't start any games, but he played in most of the games last year. Those three are the only three that have that experience from last year. And then Bryce Sikora, as a sophomore, I think played a little bit of varsity maybe by the end of that year. But he sat out last year due to an injury. So we really only have 3 guys that have varsity experience. The rest of them were basically our starters on our JV last year.
Now, tonight the Vikings are going to take on the Amery Warriors, and they're kind of in the same boat the Vikings were. In fact, they might even have more issues to overcome. What can you tell us about the Warriors and what challenges they might present to you?
Well, I think number one is they come from a very strong basketball conference. So as the middle border, so as they're preparing for their season, they're preparing for those opponents that they play against every night in their conference. And therefore, they have a bigger school than Colfax. And I think it's going to be a great challenge for the first game of the year. The fact that we're obviously here at home and looking forward to just seeing how we match up with them. But I think size-wise, probably similar. We probably are a little bit bigger than they are, but it'll be 2 teams that are similar size-wise.
In fact, maybe you can make a comment about that. It appears as though, as you said, maybe you don't have the experience, but you do have size on your side this year.
Yeah, I mean, we added Austin Swanson to the group. He hasn't played since, I think, 3rd, 4th grade. He's a 6'5", 6'6" kid that will help us come off the bench and be a big body out there that can be physical with some kids. He's really, for a kid that hasn't played, he's really shown great promise in the practices so far. Then I mentioned Tristan, and we have Jack Charlo and Nick Jensen, who both are that 6'2", 6'3" range, and both bring different components to the game that we like, but they're both physical, athletic kids, strong kids, and I think that they're gonna be fun kids to watch, because I think as the season goes, they're gonna get better and better with experience.
Well, Coach Noel, good luck on tonight's game, and hopefully the Vikings will have a successful beginning to the 2021-2022 season.
Thank you very much, and look forward to talking to you the rest of the season, and go Vikings.
You've been listening to Coach's Corner, where they look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Meet the Scam, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you.
But I feel fine. That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Welcome back to Viking Pregame. The Vikings are looking to tip off the 2021-2022 season in winning style. On the other hand, the Amery Warriors would like to get the season off on the right foot and improve on last season's 3-win record. So the stage is set for some exciting boys high school basketball, and we'll have all the action for you right here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Now in just a moment, we'll send it out to Colfax High School, where Ethan Bartles and Dan Petchow are ready to bring you all the action of tonight's season opening boys game between the Colfax Vikings and the Amery Warriors. That's all coming up next. You've been tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Touchdown! Oh, did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that? I'm playing with these new face filters. Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. I'm gonna need that back. No. Kevin!
You've been tuned to Viking Pregame with a look at today's Colfax Vikings boys game. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Light Colfax Viking Basketball. It happens to everyone eventually. Your computer goes on the fritz. Fear not, Slayton's Technology Services can help. When your computer decides to not cooperate, it can be very frustrating. Let Slayton's Technology Services keep you from wanting to drive your computer right off a cliff. Slayton's Technology Services supports business of all sizes. They offer assistance with managed anti-malware, encrypted email, fast tech support, data backup, and recovery, and more. Call Slayton's Technology Services at 715-864-2833 and get the IT help you desire. Slayton's Technology Services is the official IT service for the Northern Light Webcasting Network. Colfax Viking Basketball is on the air.
Lenz with the rebound puts it up and in. Christian Lenz gets the putback shot.
The Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV proudly presents tonight's Colfax Viking Boys varsity basketball game.
And it's no good. Rebound taken down and put up and in. Ryan Albright with the rebound.
Join us as we head out to the gym for tonight's Viking basketball.
Inside, gives it off to Hoffman. Hoffman feeds underneath, the shot goes up and in by Nathan Hajdukovic.
Yeah, good cut there by Nate.
No, but we don't have your image.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Colfax High School, where we have the Colfax Boys season opener tonight versus the Amery Warriors. We're going to go to a quick break, and then we'll bring you to the starting lineups from tonight's game.
Are your animals feeling a little under the weather? Give the nice folks at Colfax Animal Hospital a call. Bruce Buckley is just what the doctor ordered. In fact, he is the doctor, and he's ready to help. That's the Colfax Animal Hospital. Give them a call at 715-962-3380.
And let's send it to my partner, Rick Olson, right away for our starting lineup.
Okay, and we're going to try and get rid of that echo that he's having issues with. And I'm trying to find it here. Well, we'll find it. But anyway, the starting lineups for today's game. First of all, for the visiting Amery Warriors, we have a freshman 6-foot Carter Wallen. Then number 11, senior 6'1", Dayton White. Number 12, 6-foot senior Charlie Flanham. Number 14, 6'5" senior Lane Frederick. And junior at 5'10", number 22, Jens Lindquist. For the Vikings, the starting lineup to kick off the season: senior, number 4, 5'10", Bryce Sikora. 5'8", sophomore, number 10, Elijah Ensminger. I think I might have misspoke about Sikora's number. He's number 4. Then we have 6'5", senior Tristan Lenz. He's number 22. Number 23 is Jack Charlo, a 6'3" junior. And number 24, Ryan Albright, a 6'1" senior.
Thank you, Rick.
Go ahead.
And I was just to say, we're going to send it down to the pep band for our today's national anthem. Again, those starting lineups for you. For Amery, Wallen, White, Flanham, Frederick, and Lindquist. And for the Vikings, Bryce Sikora, Elijah Ensminger, Tristan Lenz, Jack Charlo, and Ryan Albright as we get our 2021-22 boys basketball season underway here from Colfax High School. For my partner Rick Olson, I'm Ethan Bartles. Got Jeff Gus on the cameras for Viking TV. As we're very excited to bring you the first edition of Vikings boys basketball tonight. Vikings in their home whites, Amery in their road reds, and the tip goes to Amery, and that's how we'll start it. Pass to Flanham right off the wing, brings it up to the top of the key, and early on we got a foul as Frederick lost hand of it, and then it was picked up by Albright who fouled, Tristan Lenz who was fouled. First personal for Frederick. Vikings bring it up. Bryce Sikora bring it up the court. Dribbles to his left, now picks it up. Pass it on to Ensminger. He's got it at the wing. Nice skip pass out to the other wing. That's going to be Charlo, shot off the mark. Rebounded by Amery, we're going the other way. Wallen brings it up. 6-foot freshman for Amery. Pass it to Fallon. Back to Wallen. He's got it at the wing. Lindquist at the top, back to Flanham. Now Flanham is going to lose it. And it's going to be Lenz bringing it up the court. Lenz now to Ensminger. Drives the baseline. Through the contact. No call. And going back the other way. Dayton White brings it up. Now passes it to the freshman Wallen. Wallen dribbles. Gets around the screen and fights some contact. And then we got a foul. It's going to be number 22, Tristan Lenz, the senior, with his first team foul. Inbounded in quickly for Amery, and that's going to be number 14, Lane Frederick with the bucket. And he has the first one of the night here in Colfax. Vikings bring it up, pass a couple times to the wing. Now we got another skip down to Ensminger, who passes it back to Albright. Now into the post to Lenz. Back to Albright, who misses. Now Lenz, rebound, put back, no good. Wallen brings it up the court. Passes to Lindquist. Lindquist to Frederick. Frederick to Wallen. Wallen for 3 hits. That's the freshman Carter Wallen with his first varsity bucket, I assume, unless they got the grades wrong. But big one there for Amery as it's a 5-0 lead. The Vikings bring it back down, and we got a foul. Jack Charlo draws the contact. Number 23, Jack Charlo, going to the line to shoot 2.
Foul was on Frederick. It's his second team foul.
First one's off the mark for Charlo. For those of you who normally listen to these games, I'm sure you're a little taken aback that Rick is the color commentator tonight, stepping in for Dan Petschow, who, after last night,
under the weather. I guess the girls' game last night wore him out.
Charlo hits the second, getting the Vikings on the board for the first time this year. Yeah, we'd rather have Dan rest up and be full go for Saturday night's game, possibly Thursday. As Wallen brings up the court, gets up to Flanham. Now back to Charlo. Now to Wallen, who takes the deep 3, and it's off the mark. Rebound by Amery, put back, no good. And the Vikings bring it down. Pushing it up the court is Ensminger. Moves it over to Albright. Down underneath to Lenz, and Lenz fighting through some contact, and the possession is going to stay with the Vikings. Vikings know where they want to pass the ball. Now they just got to get the open shots. Albright gets it into Lenz. Lenz out to Charlo, who misses a 3. And rebound goes to Amery. Carter Wallen, a freshman for Amery, stepping up, leading the squad. It's pretty impressive. You don't see that often at the varsity level for basketball. As this one is off the mark for Amery, and is going to be brought back up the court by Ensminger, whose three's off the mark. And we got a foul, and it's going the other way. It's like we got Ryan Albright on the foul.
A little bit of a push-off underneath on that rebound attempt.
Number 10, Isaac Helbig, in the game now for Charlie Flanham. As this one's pushed up the court, and Wallen lays it in for 2. He's got 5 quick ones. Score brings it up the court. Slowing down the offense, now passes over to Ensminger. Ensminger working around the screen. Now takes an open shot, off the mark. Rebound back to Ensminger. And he draws the foul. Nice little skip jump there to create some space and then draw the contact from the defender. And he'll go to the line for 2.
Tyler Jackson with the foul for Amery. That's the 3rd team foul.
Big man Nick Jensen into the game for the Vikings. Ensminger misses the first. Here's the second of 2. I believe we have a lane violation on Jack Charlo as he lost some balance on that free throw. Ensminger made the free throw, but it's all for none. Now embedded by Amery.
It doesn't count if not everybody does it right.
Exactly. As Amery's going to turn it over quick on the pass as Vikings were pressing here early on the game, trailing by 6, trying to get a little momentum going their way. As Sakura inbounds it to Ensminger. Back to Sakura. Screen, now pass underneath from Sakura.
Little too hot for Jensen that time.
Right through his hands. That'll bring the freshman Carter Wallen to bring it up for Amery. Gets around the screen. Now he's driving to the lane and puts it in. 7 of the first 9 going to Carter Wallen for the Amery Warriors. Now it's Sakura back up the court. He sends it over to Ensminger. Ensminger dribbles, now finds space and hits a shot. Nice shot by Elijah Ensminger. As again, the Vikings pressing. This time it's Dayton White bringing it up for Amery. Now sends it over to a wide open Jens Lindquist. Can't bring it in. Now going back up the other way, Ensminger draws the contact. No shot, or shot off the mark, rebounded by Vikings. Now shot up by Sakura, that's gonna miss. And going back the other way.
Really tough rebound. Well, we got a timeout.
Timeout for the Warriors. Your score, 13-18 left in the first half. Vikings 9, Warriors 9, Vikings 3.
When it comes to your finances, security is just so important. Dairy State Bank's online banking and mobile app offers dozens of new and enhanced real-time alerts. Whether an ATM withdrawal is made or a login to your account failed, you'll instantly know. So now, the technology that makes it easier to manage your money is also making it safer. Visit dairystatebank.com or call to learn more. Dairy State Bank. Banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Dairy State Bank.
And we're back here from Colfax High School where the Amery Warriors have a 9-3 lead over the Vikings. As this one's inbounded to White. Now he passes it to Helbig, who tries to push it back up the court, and it's going the other way. Driving the baseline is Charlo, who lays it in for the bucket, his first of the night. He's got 3 tonight after the free throw. Now the press working out for the Vikings as Sakura with the steal and pass it to Ensminger, who lays it in. And quickly it's a 2-point ball game as the Vikings pressing early as Carter Wallen finds himself in the trap. He's able to pass out and is moving up as Dayton White brings it up the court. Pass back to the wing. This is going to Lindquist for 3. Off the mark, rebounded by Amery. Back out to White. And Wallen trying to slow it down and reset. Nice pressure from the Vikings right off the break to get a couple points to get themselves back in this game. As Wallen draws the contact, and he's going to go to the line for 2. Wallen with 7 of Amery's first 9 to start the day.
Foul was on Sikora. First personal, third team on the Vikings.
As Wallen's first shot is off the mark. Flannum back in the game for Amery. And that's Lenz back in the game for the Vikings. And now we got a substitution issue as they came on too quick. And that'll be the junior Mitch Medine replacing Ryan Albright. Second of 2 for Wallen. And that one's off the mark. Couple Vikings there to rebound. Lenz comes down with it, pushing it up to Medine. Now to Ensminger underneath to Lenz, who dribbles the baseline, and he's out of bounds. Going the other way, ran out of room.
I guess the court stretchers weren't down there pulling hard enough.
Not hard enough. Amery's going to inbound. Vikings still with the press. Into White. White over to Wallen. Wallen picks it up and brings it up the court. Just over 12 minutes left to go to our first half here from Colfax High School. As Wallen has it from the wing, shoots up a 3, in and out, but that's off of Lenz, and it's going to stay with Amery. It's very clear that Amery's trying to run their offense through Carter Wallen. Lindquist inbounds to Wallen, again from the wing. Dribble, trying to find some space. Bryce Sikora mans him up. Now the pass to Flannum. Flannum with this around the screen. Nice pass from Flannum, and then that's going to be Lee Pack who draws the foul. It's going to be Nick Jensen who gets called for the foul.
No, actually, I think they got Medine. They did.
I'm sorry.
Mitch Medine on the foul. His first, 4th team foul.
As the Pack's first shot is up and off. Seth Wallen, no relation, different spelling of the last name in the game for Amery.
I would have never thought the way those 2 names were spelled that they'd be pronounced the same.
I agree. So the Pack's second misses, and Amery's able to chase down the rebound. As Flannum has it. Back up to Wallen up top, and they're going to reset. Wallen driving to the right, fighting through 3. Vikings defenders, and the possession is going to stay with Amery. Lenz had a nice block.
Jensen.
It was Lenz had a nice block, but Jensen couldn't corral it, and it went off of him, as you said. Inbounded to Flannum. Now back out to Lindquist. Lindquist working around the screen, gets it out to Wallen. Wallen's going to reset again. Now Lindquist is going to bring it around the screen again. And this one's turned over.
Tristan Lenz tipped that one out.
Nice play by Tristan Lenz as Ensmeyer's going to bring it up. Jumps off the contact, and shot's no good. Amery brings it back as Jensen, again, couldn't quite corral the rebound.
You know, Nick Jensen plays tight end on football. You'd think that those hands would be able to grab onto those rebounds.
Right, a little bit different size ball, shape too.
A little different shape too, yeah.
Wallen, pass the top to Flannum, who gets underneath to to the Pack. Now it's turned over. Stolen by Ensminger. And Ensminger has it at the wing, picks up his dribble, passes it to Sikora, Back to Ensminger in the corner. Ensminger directing traffic. Now trying to find somebody to give it to. Gives it off Mitch Medine. Dribbles atop the key. Back to Ensminger. And Ensminger dribbles into double team, but he finds an open Lenz underneath and lays it in. Tristan Lenz times the game up at 9 as it's an 8-0 run for the Vikings. Now breaking the press pretty easily is Amery there as Wallen is going to have a couple of shot attempts there. Gets another rebound, fighting through the contact. Still no good. Flannum's got it, puts it on the ground, puts it up. No good. Rebound back to Amery and in. Seth Wallen. A lot happened there, Rick.
Yeah, it was.
A lot of rebounds, a lot of shot attempts.
Cannot allow Amery to get 5 shots on one trip down the floor.
Absolutely not. As now this one's going to be turned over and going back to Amery. As Medine got trapped and couldn't get the pass out. Wallen brings it up the court, resets. Pass over to Flannum at the wing. This one's up top to Lepak. Now to Flannum. I'm sorry, not Flannum, Wallen. Lindquist to Flannum. Back up top to Seth Wallen. Now it's Carter Wallen. It's Lepak. And Lepak resetting the offense. Some early signs of fatigue from now Lepak from Carter Wallen as he dribbles around. Now gets it back up to Seth Wallen. Amery trying to set up the offense, get something going, and we got a whistle in the other way.
Looks like an offensive foul, and it looks like
Vikings having some substitution issues.
Charlie Flannum with the personal. It's his first personal. 4th team foul on Amery.
Blake Johnson into the game for the Vikings as we're going to take a timeout.
We get a timeout called.
We go to timeout. 11-9. We got the score as Amery leads the Colfax Vikings. You listen to NLWN-TV.
And Viking TV as well. Anderson Bridges, located in Colfax, Wisconsin, has been manufacturing prefabricated steel truss bridges since 1989. With hundreds of bridges supplied nationwide, we suspect you've crossed our path. It may have been on a pedestrian or bicycle bridge, or how about a snowmobile, ATV, or golf course bridge? Anderson Bridges is likely to have manufactured it. Founded in 1989, Anderson Bridges has been a family-owned company since its beginning and are proud to support the Colfax Vikings.
And we're back here from Colfax. 11-9, Amery leads the Vikings as Sikora brings it up the court. Dribbling up the top now, like for some space. Pass it out to number 30, Blake Johnson. 3's off the mark. Rebound by Lenz. Puts back up, no good. Again, now it's bouncing around, and that's going to be Jack Charlo with the bucket. A lot of rebounding going on here and put back, but not a lot of them going in for the Vikings. Again, they got the press. And it looks like we're going to have a foul on the Vikings.
That's going to be a foul on Ryan Albright, his 2nd personal, 5th team foul.
Carter Wallen inbounds it to Isaac Helbig. Helbig passes over to Dayton White. Back up to Seth Wallen. Now to Helbig out on the wing. Back up to Carter Wallen on the top for 3, off the mark. Rebound by Amery. Passed out to Helbig. Now back up top to Wallen. Wallen over to White. White driving the lane. Fighting through some contact. No good. Back up the court comes Vikings. As Ensminger takes the open 3, off the mark. Lenz rebound, put back good. Tristan Lenz with the bucket. He's got 4.
That's the Vikings' first lead of the season.
First lead of the season, the first lead of the night. Very, very good one for the Vikings. Tristan Lenz with the bucket as Wallen has it up the top for Amery Warriors. Wallen dribbling off underneath now. Pass back up top as it's Helbig. Dribbles it, drives the lane, finds a crease, and he's good. Helbig with his first bucket of the night as the Vikings quickly bring it back up. Tie game, 13-13 here from Colfax. There's a nice drive, and bucket from Bryce Sikora. Bryce Sikora with the bucket, his first points tonight, and the Vikings quickly take the lead back. Amery pushing it up, fighting through the press, and it's going to be Seth Wallen the rebound, or with the layup attempt. Rebound by Lenz and going back the other way. And Sikora tried getting it up to Blake Johnson, but Johnson did not see it coming, and Amery takes possession. Wallen gets it across half court, now passes to White at the wing. White dribbles, now has an open three, and that's going to miss everything. Going back up the other way as Sikora pushes it up to Lenz. Now underneath to Schlauer. And Schlauer Charlo underneath. Puts back and good. Jack Charlo with the bucket.
He's got 7. Job that time of just sticking with it and following up. He had 3 tries at it. Finally got it to go in. 3rd time's the charm.
Vikings extend their lead to 4 as Carter Wallen makes that lead right down to 1 as he buries the triple. Wallen's got 10 in his varsity debut. As this one's brought up by Ensminger, who's trying to answer the 3, and he's going to get nothing but net, but not how you want it.
But it's on the outside of the net.
Yeah. Just short there from Ensminger.
Hey, we got a timeout.
We got a timeout. That means we got another commercial for you guys. Vikings lead the Amery Warriors 17-16. You're listening to Northern Lights Webcasting Network, NLWN-TV, and Viking TV.
Join us at the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV for exciting Colfax High School girls basketball. Our next game will be on Thursday, December 2nd when the Vikings travel to Glenwood City to take on the Hilltoppers. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with Viking pregame at 6:55. That's live Colfax Viking girls basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV on Thursday, December 2nd.
Don't forget to.
And we're back from Colfax High School. 5:25 left to go in the first half. 17-16 Vikings lead. Warriors inbounding. Moving right to left. Again the press from the Vikings but Amery's able to break it. But Flanham's pass to Tyler Jackson goes through his hands, and it's going back the other way for the Vikings. Ever since the Vikings brought out the press, Amery has struggled to get the ball up the court a little bit, like they would like to, at the speed they would like to. As this one's coming up, as Charlo dribbles through contact, now Pat dumps it off to Sikora, who shot off the mark. Going back to Amery is Jackson with the rebound. Now Jackson waiting for Wallen to get the ball. As Wallen dribbles up. Wallen has 10 of Amery's 16. Now passes to Charlie Flanham. Flanham sent at the wing. Now back to Carter Wallen. Directing traffic. Now back to Flanham on the pass. Flanham dribbling. Gets up top to Dayton White. Now Carter Wallen, I'm sorry. Dribbles, now Wallen takes a deep 3 and hits. Carter Wallen, 13 points for the freshman, as it's now 19-17 Amery. As Vikings bring it back up, it's Sikora. Pass up top to Jack Charlo. Now it's Elijah Ensminger dribbling it around the wing up to the top. Now Sikora dribbles and quickly picks it up. Here's Johnson. Dribbling through contacts and fights. Got to push. It's going to go against Amery. Tyler Jackson, his first. He'll come back off the court. Michael Lepak back in.
I'll be honest with you, that's the second time they've had him listed with a first foul.
So maybe it's his second.
Well, they've got 5 team fouls. They've got 5 team fouls listed over on the other side.
We'll clear that up. We got a tussle for the ball. Meanwhile, there's a lot of action going on here. Oh.
Pretty good scrum on the floor there as they were trying to grab the ball.
Looked like a rugby scrum there for a second.
Possession arrow in favor of the Vikings.
Ultimately, they'll take it up. 3:52 left to go in the first half. Ensminger inbounds it to Sikora. Dribbles up. Gets this one to Albright, who dribbles to the top of the key, picks up his dribble. Now back to Sikora. Sikora dribbling, trying to find room in the lane. Dishes out to Ensminger. Jensen with the screen. Ensminger finds himself in trouble. He's got a couple Warriors on him. Now it's going back the other way. Wallen takes the three. And that was Michael Lepak who stripped it away, then was able to dribble and find a wide open Kyler Wallen in the corner. 22-17 Amery.
16 points for Wallen, but 12 of them on three-pointers.
4 triples.
Foul underneath. Foul's on White.
White's first. Inbounded from Sikora to Lenz. Lenz underneath, pass over the head of his intended receiver. Now coming back the other way, Carter Wallen. Dribbling towards the top, pass it to Charlie Flanham. Flanham dishes it back to Wallen. Now to the top of the key, Lindquist. Flanham around the screen to the top, Dayton White. Now to Lindquist at the wing. Passing to Lepak. Now we got Carter Wallen in the wing. Dribble it around, back down underneath Lepak. Out to Charlie Flanham. Passes to the top, Dayton White. And now Carter Wallen will dribble it and try and reset. Lindquist at the wing. Back up top to Lepak. Over to Wallen. And a travel. That was a close one to me, honestly. It didn't look like he moved that foot much, but
I think he rolled it, but I don't think it ever moved.
Yeah. Vikings will take over. 9-0 run for Amery. I believe all 9 coming from Carter Wallen. As Ensminger brings it up, gets around the screen from Lenz. Now trying to find him underneath, but he can't. Now Sikora finds Link. And the 3 off the mark. Albright with the 3 attempt. Miss. And after a scuffle for the rebound, it's going to stay with the Vikings.
That should be a bonus.
And that'll be the 1-on-1 for the Vikings. It's going to be number 42, Nick Jensen, going to the line.
Dayton White on that foul. It's his second personal. It is the 7th team foul, which is what put Jensen to the line.
Jensen hits the first. Jensen's first points of the season. Was a 9-0 Carter Wallen run until that free throw. Jensen hits the second of 2. Brings it within 3 for the Vikings. Lindquist looking to inbound. Wallen fighting through the traffic and the press. Pushing the offense. Trying to push his teammates down the court. Now directing traffic. Dribbles to the right. Off the contact. Shot off the mark again through Jensen's hands. Amery recovers the rebound. And Lindquist now has open shot. And no good. Jensen that time corrals the rebound. Now it's going to go up. Pushing up quick to Ensminger. And that's a travel. Ryan Albright couldn't quite corral his.
He was a little bit close to the baseline, caught the ball, had to get his feet down. It almost looked like a wide receiver trying to get inbounds.
Toe tap.
And he knew he wasn't going to be able to put the ball up, so he flung it back. Yeah, but by that time he traveled.
Doesn't quite work that way. As Carter Wallen will dribble up the court. Elijah Insminger with some good defense. As Amery's head coach visually angry. Now we got a foul. Very animated over there on the sideline for the Warriors as he thought Ensminger was getting a little touchy as Wallen was bringing up the court.
Ensminger did end up getting called for the foul. It's his first 6th team foul on the Vikings.
One more and the Warriors will be in the bonus as this throwing nearly going out of the bounds. Wallen again, fighting through the press. Sending Lindquist up the court. And we got another foul on Insminger. Elijah Insminger with some aggressive defense there. The sophomore versus the freshman. And that'll send Carter Wallen to the line for the first half of the 1-on-1. 22-19, 16 of those 22 coming off the hands of Carter Wallen. He's here at the line. First free throws up and off, and rebounded by Jensen, who trips up Lenz, but gets it out to Bryce Sikora. Sikora brings it up, picks up his dribble, now gets it to Peter, to Albright. Albright gives it up to Johnson, or the three to Lenz, and no good. That was Charlo, I'm sorry, not Johnson. Lentz shot off the mark, and Wallen brings it up the court. Under a minute left to go here in Colfax. 22-19. Back and forth affair between the Vikings and the Warriors. Wallen passes it out to Helbig, and another foul coming from Vikings. Looks like it's going to be Ryan Albright.
That's his third. It's not one they wanted him to get.
And that'll be
caused Johnson in. They sure don't want Albright picking up a quick fourth.
No. He'll get a breather for the remainder of this first half, I assume. Helbig shot off the mark, and Johnson gets the rebound. Now Helbig is going to grab some toss, and we got a jump ball. And this one's going to go to the Warriors. .6 seconds left to go here in the first half. This one's inbound to Lindquist to Helbig. Back up top to Wallen. Wallen finds room, now takes up three and hits. Carter Wallen, his fifth triple of the first half, as it's a 25-19 lead for the Warriors. Sikora bringing it up, and they might try and do one shot. Now dribbling around. Wallen following Sikora the whole way. All right, we got a wide open Charlo at the wing. Pass out to Sikora, three off the mark. And that'll do it for the first half, where it's 25-19. The Amery Warriors lead the Colfax Vikings on 19 points from the freshman Carter Wallen. You're tuned to Northern Lights Webcast Network, NLWN-TV, and Viking TV. Now, here's our halftime show.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Time now for Viking Halftime with this week's edition of Viking Profile and the Colfax High School Report. That's all coming up following this brief timeout.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Time now for Viking Profile, where we take a closer look at one of the Colfax Viking players. And now, Viking Profile.
Today on Viking Profile, we're going to get to know Elijah Insminger. And Elijah, what year are you here at Colfax?
I'm a sophomore here.
Now, we know that you play basketball, but are there any other school activities that you're involved with?
Yeah, I do football.
Okay. And you had a struggle season this year, but you had some good moments as well.
Yeah, we definitely struggled this year.
Well, we'll get that turned around in basketball, right?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Okay. So when did you start playing basketball, and what kind of experience has that been for you?
I started probably ever since I was a little kid, and it's been a great experience. Been able to get in the gym, nothing but good things.
So what's the most important thing that you've learned from playing basketball?
Definitely teamwork and leadership for that.
So when you're not playing basketball or you're not here at school, what are some other things that keep you occupied or interested?
I like to spend time with family. Big family guy.
Okay, now here's a few rapid-fire questions for you. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Ice cream.
Favorite flavor?
Cotton candy.
Oh boy, cotton candy, okay. Your favorite color and why?
Blue. I think I don't know. I just wear it the most, I think.
Okay, all right. Now, if you could have a superpower, what would it be and why?
Probably flying so I can get anywhere I want without, traffic or anything,
Okay, sounds like a good idea to me. Now, if you have a superpower like that, of course you have to have a superhero name to go with it. So what's Elijah's superhero name?
I don't even know. I have to think about that one.
Okay, something like Airborne Elijah, but who knows what, right?
Yeah.
All right. Favorite NBA or WNBA team?
The Bucks.
Okay, and it'd be hard not to be after last year, right? Favorite collegiate team?
Wisconsin, the Badgers.
Okay, we're talking with Elijah Ensminger on Viking Profile. And Elijah, what are your plans for after high school?
Either if I can play basketball, that would be great, but either a 4-year or CVTC I'm looking into.
Okay, any idea what you want to go into?
No, not right now.
And you got plenty of time to figure all that out. How about a shout out to the family?
I'd like to thank my grandma, Nana, and my mom, Jess. Thanks, guys.
Okay, and when people watch Viking basketball games, where on the floor are they going to find Elijah Ensminger?
Hopefully right in the center playing.
Okay. All right. Say, we want to thank Elijah Ensminger for joining us today on Viking Profile. We have more Viking Halftime coming up right after this.
You've been listening to Viking Profile. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is him. Every day he's hungry for something. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that he's a good person. I think the advice I would give is you don't need to know all the answers. It's okay to make mistakes. As long as it's coming from love, then it kind of starts to work itself out.
Time now for the Colfax High School Report with an update about what's happening at Colfax High School.
The winter sports continued in a limited form last week as the Viking girls took on the Bloomer Blackhawks on Monday the 22nd. The girls defeated the Blackhawks 57-41. In that game, the Vikings were led in scoring by McKenna Shipman, who hit on 6 field goals and 4 free throws for 16 points. Maddie Barstead followed with 11 points, and Emily Bertram Schofield picked up 7. Going into this week, the Vikings have a record of 2 wins and 1 loss. The other Viking teams were limited to practice due to the Thanksgiving holiday break. This week, the action gets back into full swing. The Viking girls have 3 games, hosting Clear Lake on Monday and traveling to Glenwood City on Thursday. We'll carry both of those games on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Then on Saturday, December 4th, the girls will host Stanley Boyd in the final game of the 16-team Western Wisconsin Classic being held in the Colfax High School gym. We will carry the Viking game on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Other teams participating include Ellsworth, Boyceville, St. Croix Central, Elmwood Plum City, Regis, Glenwood City, Thorpe, Spring Valley, Fall Creek, Mondovi, Osseo Fairchild, Durand, Altoona, and Elk Mound. Tournament action begins at 8:30 a.m. with the Vikings Stanley Boyd game scheduled for 8:45. The Viking boys will be in action with 2 games this week. They host the Amery Warriors on Tuesday and travel to Bloomer to take on the Blackhawks on Thursday. Due to COVID-19, the games scheduled for Friday at Thorpe will need to be rescheduled. We will carry the game with Amery on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. The Colfax Bloomer wrestling team opens their season by participating in the Glenwood City Varsity Wrestling Tournament on Saturday, December 4th. Wrestling action gets underway at 10 a.m. Coming up next week, the Viking boys will have 3 games. On Tuesday the 7th, they will travel to Glenwood City. On Thursday, they will host Mondovi, and then on Saturday the 11th, they will take on the McDonald Central Max in the Northwest Tip-Off Classic at UW Stout. We will have all 3 games on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. The Viking girls will play next Friday the 10th when they host the Mondovi Buffaloes. We will also have that game on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. The Bloomer Colfax wrestling team will host Regis Altoona team in a dual meet on Thursday the 9th at the Bloomer High School. Wrestling action begins at 7 p.m. Then on Saturday the 11th, the Grapplers will travel to Eau Claire North to participate in the 32-team North High Wrestling Varsity Invitational. Wrestling begins at North High at 9 a.m. In other school news, the annual holiday programs will be held on Tuesday, December 7th. Junior kindergarten will perform at 9 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. The kindergartners will be at 10:30 a.m. Grades 1 through 4 will be at 1:30 p.m. and grades 5 through 8 will perform at 7 p.m. And that's what's happening for the week of November 28th through December 4th at Colfax High School.
You've been tuned to the Colfax High School Report with an update about what's happening at Colfax High School. Stay tuned. Coming up next is more Viking halftime and then second half action.
Hi there, Russell here. I'm one of Santa's elves. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm his chief elf when it comes to making deliveries on Christmas Eve. It's a busy time here at the North Pole. We elves are pretty good at assembling things. That's why the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV asked me to assemble their Christmas gift to you. So here's what I've come up with. We're all going on a ride with Santa on Christmas Eve. Not his whole trip, but part of it. And I have the in-flight entertainment all lined up. So join me, Santa, and the Northern Light Webcasting Network along with NLWN-TV on Christmas Eve beginning at 7 p.m.
You've been tuned to Viking Halftime. Stay tuned. Coming up is second half action of today's Viking game on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Welcome back to Colfax High School, where we have a 25-19 lead for the Amery Warriors. 19 of those 25 coming from the impressive freshman Carter Wallen.
Yeah, Carter Wallen against the Vikings, 19-19.
Yeah.
Wallen had 4 3-pointers and then a couple of just regular run-of-the-mill field goals.
Great, impressive first half for Carter Wallen, first showing on the varsity scene for the Warriors.
Leading the way for the Vikings is Jack Charlo. He has 7 points in the first half.
Today's Viking profile, Ensminger brings it up off the inbound for the second half. Takes it at the wing. Now dribbles inside and finds 3 Warriors in his way. Shot out by Charlo. Off the mark. Wallen bringing it up the court for Amery. Got a much needed halftime break. As this one's passed around, now finds his way back to Wallen. He finds up top to Lindquist. Now Flanham, who changed his jersey number. Number 30 now is Charlie Flanham. For those following at home. as the bucket that time was good from Lane Frederick, his first. Now the three attempt again, good. Ryan Albright with a big three-pointer. Bring it within 5, and a quick timeout from Colfax. 27-22 is our score. You're tuned to Vikings basketball on Northern Light Webcasting Network, NLWN-TV, and Viking TV.
Are your pooch's proportions putting on pounds? Or is your kitty's constitution constantly complaining? Well, stop by and see the friendly folks at the Colfax Animal Hospital. Dr. Bruce Buckley and his staff will be happy to help you get your family friend back on the road to healthy living. That's the Colfax Animal Hospital. Call them at 715-962-3380.
When it comes to your finances, security is just so important. Dairy State Bank's online banking and mobile app offers dozens of new and enhanced real-time alerts. Whether an ATM withdrawal is made or a login to your account failed, you'll instantly know. So now, the technology that makes it easier to manage your money is also making it safer. Visit dairystatebank.com or call to learn more. Dairy State Bank. Banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Dairy State Bank.
Back to you here from Colfax High School. A minute and 1 second went by in the second half before our first stoppage of play for a timeout. Amery inbounds, breaking through the press. Now bringing up is Lindquist, trying to find room. Albright got on the defense. Albright makes him pick up his dribble. Now Wallen's got the ball. Sikora on defense. Wallen dribble, tried to direct traffic. Now he's got the pass to Dayton White, who's dribbling around. Dribbling through, now finds his way for an open shot and buries the three. Dayton White with the triple. And Smayer brings it up the court for Vikings. Gets the pass to Charlo, who fights through the contact, and he's going to go to the line for a pair.
It looks like Carter Wallen with his second personal. That's the foul that we were missing.
Makes sense. Charlo's first shot, good. Charlo's got 8. Second one misses front rim. Hits front rim and off. Wallen can bring it up. Now pass it to Lindquist, who's going to bring it up the court. And Spanier on defense. Pass it to Flanham. Now to Dayton White, who looks to take a three. Now Flanham. Back to White. And we got a mix up on defense here as Albright was running back and forth, and that's not how you're supposed to do it, as Flanham has a lay-in and off the mark. And now out of bounds off Amery.
Last touch by Frederick.
Inbound and coming for Vikings. Scorer brings up the court. Lindquist on D. Scorer dribbling around. Now finding the lane, and it's going to be blocked. That's Frederick with the block. And Lindquist brings it up. Now gets it to Dayton White.
Want to mention we had some listeners call attention to the
White
fact that
dribbles underneath. And sorry to interrupt, as Lane Frederick with the bucket there for Amery.
Colfax High School report, we were talking about the Western Wisconsin Classic here at Colfax.
Three up and good.
Nice shot.
Ryan Albright with a quick triple, brings it within 6.
But we were talking about how the Vikings play at 8:45. That's 8:45 in the evening is that game. We want to thank those listeners for pointing that out. I think we did forget to say it was 8:45 p.m. Action does start at 8:30 a.m. and the Vikings don't play until 8:45 p.m.
Got a 5-second violation as Wallen held on to the ball too long.
Little close guarding there. We like that.
That's what you like to see. 6-point game. Warriors lead 32-26. 19 of those coming from Carter Wallen. None here in the second half yet for him. Sikora's bringing it up the court. Dribbling to the right. Now pass it. Charlo to Albright. Now to Ensminger. Ensminger dribbles, picks it up. Now back up to Charlo. Now to Ensminger. Ensminger trying to find some space. Nice jump spot. And we got to travel. He landed and switched his pivot foot without, I think, realizing.
Yeah, he tried to do a jump stop, and one foot didn't come down with the other one. That'll get you a travel every time.
Absolutely. We've seen a number of travels between both teams in this one. As the Vikings again bring up the press as Dayton White brings it up. Albright on defense. Seen a little more aggressive defense from the Vikings today in the second half. As this one's got underneath to Frederick, or White, I'm sorry. Puts it in for two. Now coming back up is Elijah Ensmeyer, who again fighting through the contact, and that's going to be on the floor.
Looks like it's going to be on Lepak. It's his first personal. Second team foul.
So Vikings are inbound. Ensmeyer at the top. Takes a long three and just off the mark. Looks like we got contact coming from Amery. I think that's going to be Frederick.
Frederick gave him a little push trying to go up to get that rebound.
Absolutely.
I think he was trying to elevate by pushing off.
Using
that was Charlo
Albright
down there.
Charlo can't quite do that. As Charlo gets the ball and now drives underneath and draws more contact. Jack Charlo. Back to the line he goes. 7 in the
Frederick
first half.
Again, and this is going to be foul number 4 on him.
And Frederick's the starter, one of the starters for Amery. He's got his fourth quick. He might take a little bit of a break here for the Warriors. First shot for Charlo. Good. Charlo leads the way with 9. Vikings bring it within 7.
Touchdown and an extra point, right?
That's all they need. Second from Charlo, in and out. And White with the rebound brings it up. Offense a little more spread out between the Vikings players this second half. Take a little pressure off Carter Wallen.
And another close guarding.
Gotcha. I'm still getting up to pace with the certain calls and fouls. But that's a second one in 3 possessions for the Warriors. In 2 possessions, actually.
That's good, tight defense by the Vikings.
Like to see as Albright gets the shot. Up and good! Ryan Albright with the triple, and that's going to lead to an Amery timeout. Your tune. You got 34-30. The Warriors lead the Vikings. Your tune to Vikings basketball on Northern Light Webcasting Network, NLWN-TV, and Viking TV.
Simplify your life. Pleasant Valley Properties provides affordable housing and homes in communities in Wisconsin, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Nebraska. They have staff available to help you locate the home that best meets your needs and desires, as well as service staff that maintains the properties. Contact Pleasant Valley Properties at 715-226-6200. Call today and let them help you get into the home of your dreams. That's Pleasant Valley Properties, 301 Bremer Avenue in Colfax.
Join us at the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV for exciting Colfax High School boys basketball.
This is what we came in for!
Our next game will be on Tuesday, December 7th when the Vikings travel to Glenwood City to take on the Hilltoppers. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with Viking pregame at 6:55 p.m. That's like Colfax Viking Boys Basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV on Tuesday, December 7th.
And we should mention that we know there is a game Thursday at Bloomer for the boys, but unfortunately we only have the ability to do one away game, and we were already committed to the girls at Glenwood City for Thursday, so we can't bring a Thursday's game for the boys. But we will be there Tuesday when the boys go over to Glenwood City.
Absolutely. Amery brings it up the court. 34-30 lead. 13 minutes left to go here in the game. Wallen gets the pass to the wing. Now it's fighting through some good defense from the Vikings. Getting body. And shot up and off. Good attempt there from Wallen, but Lenz gets the rebound. And it's coming back. That's Jack Charlo. Driving the lane, now kicks it back out to Sikora. Lays it in. Bryce Sikora. Sikora with a nice layup, and it's a 2-point game. Wallen pushing his offense down the court. Vikings with the press. Wallen dribbles through. Now to the wing. Dribbling through. A lot of Vikings trying to shut down Carter Wallen. Switching on D. As this time it's Albright. Now back to Sikora. And Wallen tries to lay it in. Partially blocked the tip. And White able to get the rebound. Now dribbling through. Bounce off Lenz. Shins. And picked back up by Amery. Now the shot sailed by White. Now Helbig will go up. And he'll draw the foul. Isaac Helbig will go to the line.
That foul's on Jack Charlo. It's his first team foul for the Vikings.
Helbig's first shot off. (34-32), Vikings trail. Second one from Helbig is good. He makes 1 and 2. He's got 3. 35-32 lead for the Warriors. Sikora brings it up. Gets to Ensminger, who's trying to direct traffic. Set up the offense. Lentz has got it in the corner. And we got a foul. It's going to be 23 on 23 there. Michael Lepak.
That's his second.
Contact on Jack Charlo. There's now a nice cut from Ensminger. Nearly was able to roll that one in. And now the ball's bouncing around. And Vikings able to get possession. Sikora dumps it out to Ensminger. Ensminger driving the lane. Looking for an open defender. We got travel.
Ensminger's kind of surprised at that. And I am as well. He came up on his toe but never lifted his pivot foot. But we're a long ways away, so maybe we couldn't see it.
That's why we're up here. 35-32. Warriors bring it down the court. It's Helbig, the junior. Trying to dribble through defense. Now pass it to Lindquist. And for one of the rare times tonight, Carter Wallum is not on the court for Amery. As Dayton White's dribbling through, now finds a wide open Lepak, whose shot is no good. Flanham was able to get the rebound.
Lenz had a grab on that rebound as he was flying out of bounds and tried to get it back in before his feet came down, but couldn't quite do it.
Tough break there for Lenz, and it's going back to Amery. Inbounded to Helbig. He'll dribble around, finds Dayton White, and now it's going the other way. Ryan Albright with the steal. He's got wide open Sikora underneath. Sikora and the foul. Bryce Sikora draws the foul. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
That's one of those a lot of coaches would say that's a good foul to take because otherwise he has an easy lay-in.
Yep.
That's Jens Lindquist with the foul. It's his first personal.
The first one's good for Sikora. Scorer's got 5.
It's 6 fouls on Amery, so Vikings will go to the line from this point on.
And this early in the second half, that might prove beneficial later on down the road. Sikora hits them both. But I believe we had a lane violation. I believe Sikora was too far over the shooting line. So the second one does not count. And now it's stolen by, good hustle there by Jack Charlo. Stolen and knocked out of bounds by Lepak. And the Vikings will keep possession.
Charlo tried to get it to Ensminger. Lepak tried to intercept it, bounced off of him and back out of bounds.
Good defense from LePac, but the Vikings keep possession. Wide open, Ensminger at the wing. Gets the pass from Sikora. Ensminger with the dribble. Nice spin. Working around, gets it off to Jensen. Jensen gets it to Sikora in the corner. Carter Wallen back in the game for Amery on the Sikora. Sikora's layup, no good. And Amery brings it back down. Lindquist bringing it up. Pass it to Flanham. Flanham back to White. White over to Lindquist. Lindquist with the ball, gets it to Wallen. And now Wallen takes the three off the mark. Sikora with the rebound, pushing it up. He's got some numbers, and we got a foul. Not an intentional foul there on the Packers, just was in the way of where Bryce Sikora was going. And we're going to have a 1-and-1. Second foul of the day for Blake Johnson.
Flanham.
Oh. You're right, I apologize.
That's on Flanham. It is his second, 7th team foul.
Wrong roster.
Okay. We'll go with that.
Bryce Sikora hits the first. He's got 6. Second one up and off the mark. Remains a 1-point lead for Amery. And now we got a foul on Nate Jensen. Fighting for the ball. He got too much risk. .16 left to go in the second half here from Colfax. 35-34. Warriors lead. Wallen to inbound.
By the way, that was the first foul on Jensen. Second team foul on the Vikings.
Jackson brings it up for Amery. Picks up his dribble, now looking where to go. Gets it to Lindquist. Fires a bullet. As Dayton White now has it at the top of the key. White dribbling through traffic and block. And put back good.
That was actually a really nice block by Charlo.
But Lee Pack was there to rebound and put it back in quickly. And now Sikora loses dribble.
He blocked it right into Lee Pack's hands, and he just knew what to do with it. Go right back up to the hole.
And now the ball was turned over on the exchange attempt from Sikora to Charlo. And Amery retakes possession. Some green brought up by Dane White, and it dribbles off his knee, and then we got a foul. White quickly grabbed Charlo. And tonight's leading, not leading scorer anymore. He's tied with 9 with Ryan Albright. But co-leading scorer for tonight's game, Jack Charlo, goes to the line for 2. Or 1-and-1.
It's the third foul on White. 8th team foul.
First one up and good. That'll bring Charlo to double digits. He's got 10. Vikings trail by 2, keeping it close. Back and forth affair in this one. Charlo's second. Can't quite drop. Jensen, a nice rebound. Put back. No good. Charlo fight for the ball, and it's going the other way. Jensen manhandled that basketball from the Amery defenders, but
just
couldn't quite
put it a
put
little
back.
hard off the glass when he went back up with it.
They got a little excited.
Thought he was going to tie the game.
Dayton White brings it up for Amery. Just under 10 left to go here from Colfax. Pass over to Jackson. Jackson who dribbles, loses footing, but is able to keep control. Now we got 4 Vikings on Jackson, and Charlo with the steal. Brings it up to Albright, who's going to get a push from behind. And the crowd getting excited as Albright's going to roll the line.
I believe that foul's on Lepak. It is. It's his 3rd personal. It's the 9th team foul. And into the lineup comes Lane Frederick, who's sitting on 4 fouls for Amery.
Have to play some soft defense. It's Albright shot First one goes up and it's good. Jack Charlo and Ryan Albright, I'm sorry, keep pacing each other with points.
In fact, Albright's 10 points are all in the second half. We have a lane violation.
Again.
He's going to get another attempt. Lane violation on Frederick.
Albright second again. And that's good. That's going to tie it. Albright's got a team high 11 for Colfax. Amery inbounds. There's Frederick.
They are all tied at 37.
Dayton White to Frederick and draws the foul. Going to the line. Fouls on Charlo.
That'll be his third team foul.
And we got a good one here on a Tuesday night from Colfax.
It's a great way to start a season.
37-30.
Good, exciting ball game.
It's what you like to see. First one from Frederick, off.
It's also like throwing into the pool in the deep end and letting you swim here on your first time out doing the play-by-play.
Yeah. I apologize for the listeners who might not be used to.
You got nothing to apologize for. You're telling them what's happening.
I'm here for it. Frederick gets the second one to go. Gives Amery the 1 point lead, 38-37. Sikora brings it up for Vikings. Now gives it to Jensen. Dribbles a little bit, now gives it off to Ensminger. Fakes, now dribbles, now off the mark. Or dishes back out to Jensen. Now back to Ensminger. Dribbles in, through the lane. Dishes out to Charlo, who fights with the contact. And off the mark, and no good. Wallen will bring it up. 8:35 left to go here from Colfax. Double.
Fans thought that should have been a travel. But the Vikings got the ball.
They bring it up the court. And it's Ensminger, and no good. Once again, no good. Charlo, rebound, put back, no good. Charlo, rebound again. And a foul, and good! Jack Charlo with the bucket. And the foul.
He put that one off the top of the backboard.
He sure did. And that's going to be number 5 for number 14, Lane Frederick.
So he will foul out with 7 points.
And he can't believe it. He didn't agree with his 4th foul shortly before early in this half. Now he doesn't agree with this one as he fouls out with 8:14 left to go and 7 points. So Charlo trying to convert the and one. 39-38 lead. Shot up and good. Jack Charlo, 13. Team high for Colfax. Vikings lead 40-38. And this one now almost sold. Now Charlo's got it. Oh, and it's going to be over and back. Charlo passed the ball and went over and back, and Sikora was the next one to touch it. Fans trying to disagree. We got a timeout here from Amery. 40-38. The Vikings lead the Warriors. You're tuned to Viking basketball on Northern Light Webcasting Network, NLWN-TV, and Viking TV.
When you've checked that hayfield and find it's time to harvest, give a call to Aaron's Custom Baling. Aaron will provide you with 4x5 net-wrapped round bales. He can even give your bales that spruced up look with select custom netting if you'd like. Serving Western Wisconsin, that's Aaron's Custom Baling. Call 715-202-0118.
NLWN-TV for exciting Colfax High School girls basketball. Our next game will be on Thursday, December 2nd when the Vikings travel to Glenwood City to take on the Hilltoppers. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with Viking Pregame at 6:55. That's live Colfax Viking girls basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV on Thursday, December 2nd.
And we're back here from Colfax. 40-38, the Vikings lead the Warriors. 8:08 left to go in the game. Crowd's starting to get amped up as the Vikings are looking for a season opening victory. Lindquist to inbound. Flannum brings it up. Haven't seen him dribble much when he's had the ball. He does it. He's got it here, trying to run the point. Now just looking to White, and Jensen gets the ball back, but forces it to Albright. And now we're going to have a foul on Bryce Sikora.
Sikora got airborne that time, and Flannum realized if I just stand here, he's going to come down on me. So he just kind of ducked, and yeah, that's what happened. Sikora came down right on top of him. It's a second personal on Sikora. Fourth team foul on the Vikings.
This one's inbounded from Lindquist. Shot misses by Dayton White, and it's going the other way. Vikings bring it up as Ensminger's got it. Dribbling towards the lane. Now working through traffic. Takes it out to Jensen, who gets out to Sikora in the middle, or in the corner. Now Ensminger dribbles with it. Pass out to Albright for three. And off the mark, but close. Three from Sikora for the second, and good! Bryce Sikora with the three, giving the Vikings their biggest lead of the night at 5. Sikora's got 9. Flannum brings it up for the Warriors. Trying to dribble around. Dayton White gets the pass, now gets it to Lindquist. Lindquist dribbling is in two Vikings. That's a jump ball. And possession is going to stay with Amery. Jack Charlo has made an impact on both sides of the ball tonight. And they did a great job getting his hand in there to force Amery, or force the refs to issue a jump ball.
Yeah, oftentimes if you see a white-clad body go flying through, it's often wearing a 23 for Jack Charlo.
That's what you like to see from the junior. Amery inbounds, Dayton White dribbling. A lot less Carter Wallen running the ball in the second half for the Warriors. As now Flannum has it just inside the three-point mark, and it's turned over. Jensen gets it up to Charlo, who gets it up to Albright. Albright dishes off back to Charlo, now to Ensminger. 43-38 lead, 6:35 left to go here in Colfax. Jensen dribbles, dishes it off to Sikora, fights through traffic. Now Charlo, he fights through traffic, and that's going to be a blocking foul. And in the double bonus are the Vikings, or are the Warriors. They're going to shoot. The Vikings will shoot too.
That was Dayton White with the foul. That's his fourth.
It's the first one from Charlo's up and in. He's got 14. That's 2 starters now with nearly fouled out. 1 fouled out and 1 nearly fouled out. Another
6
nearly.
of those 14 points for Charlo have come from the charity stripe.
It's always good when you can hit from the free throw line. Those are your big ones. Charlo's second off the mark as Jensen.
Ooh. Nick Jensen came down hard, but he springs right back up.
He springs right back up. 44-38. Biggest lead of the night for the Vikings. As the Warriors will start to bring it up. And I'm really surprised that Carter Wallen has not been running the point for the Vikings here in this, or for the Warriors here in the second half.
They did call Jensen for a foul on that play.
I believe he went over the back. As that three's off the mark from Helbig, and it's going the other. Ensminger gets the rebound. Trying to push it up. Charlo calling for it, but Ensminger waiting. Now Ensminger spinning through the lane, and we got another travel.
Little too much of a spin.
And that might be. We're going to have another timeout from the Warriors. 44-38. Your Vikings lead here from Colfax. You're tuned to Viking basketball on Northern Light Webcasting Network, NLWN-TV, and Viking TV.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
And we're back here from Colfax High School. 44-38, 6:03 left to go in the second half. Vikings open up their season tonight against Amery Warriors out of the Middle Border Conference. Helbig dribbles up the court. Now pass it to the freshman Wallen, and he's got to travel. Seth Wallen on the travel.
Good tough defense by Lenz. Got right there in his face and made him take some steps he wasn't planning on taking.
Good defense, as you mentioned there, by Lenz, giving Vikings the possession. Ensminger with the pass over to Sikora, back to Ensminger. Now Ensminger dribbles, sends it back into the corner. Ensminger. Now Sikora, no look pass to Lentz, who thought he was fouled out. We're clean. A lot of contact going on there, wrestling for the basketball, but Helbig able to get possession, and Amery's going to bring it up. Helbig's got it. At the top now, Seth Wallens got it underneath. Now is Jackson from the corner. Block! Lance with the block. Seth Wallen, the putback, no good. And Sikora is going to be fouled.
Real nice block that time by Lenz. Got a piece of it, made the ball come up really short and gave the Vikings a chance to go get it, and then eventually draw the foul on Carter Wallen. It's his third personal.
Starting to add up now with 5 minutes left to go in the game. Still plenty of time in this game for Amery. Scores first shot off the mark. Interesting to mention, Wallen has been shut out of the second half so far. All 19 came in the first half.
You did have to say that, didn't you?
Well, I apologize.
Well, let's see if you did the dirty deed there.
Second one misses from Sikora. Lentz with a nice effort to save it. He keeps it in for Charlo, who finds Albright in the corner, able to keep it in. Now skip pass over to Ensminger. Nice pass. Sikora is wide open at the key, trying to find him. There he is. Now Sikora's going to dribble. Big jump stop. Now out to Albright. Albright for three, off the mark. Lentz again fighting for the rebound, and we got a foul, and that's going to go against Amery.
Heck of a job by Lentz getting position. He was from outside, came in, underneath, got control of the ball, and drew the foul on Dayton White, and that should be number 5 on him.
It is. Got our cameraman, Jeff Gus, keeping track of it for us over there as he's putting up his hand. Fifth one, that's his second starter today for Amery, fouling out. First one is good from Lentz. Second one misses, and they pack with the rebound. 7-point lead for the Vikings is the biggest of the night. Jackson brings it up. Dribbling, now it's Holland. Wallen. Now underneath. A lot going on here as
and
ball's
look
turned
at
over.
Our Charlo comes streaking through there, knocking that ball away underneath, and then having the presence of mind to keep it in bounds.
Beautiful effort from Charlo. He's been all over the place tonight for the Vikings. Big reason why they're on top. It's Sikora dribbling through the contract, and we got a carry.
Sikora got his hand a little underneath at that time as he came around.
I think it caught his body as he was dribbling. Because like you said, hand got underneath and it's going the other way. Jackson to inbound for Amery. Just over 4 minutes left to go. Here from Colfax. And we have another Amery timeout. 45-38, your Vikings lead here from Colfax High School. You're tuned to Vikings basketball on Northern Light Webcast Network, NLWN-TV, and Viking TV. Thank you.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. Well, not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
And of course, that's going to be an earworm in my ear now, the put your phone down, put your phone down.
Well, you
People
should
on
put
the
your
road
phone
will be
down.
safe and sound.
Absolutely. 45-38. Just over 4 minutes left to go here for Colfax. In the Colfax game, they're hosting the Amery Warriors. It's been a back and forth affair all night. The Vikings have been able to get a lead and now hold a lead here in the second half. Lindquist inbound to Jackson. Jackson brings it across the line. Now pass to the corner to Flanham. Flanham working around the defense. Back to Jackson. Now Jackson dribbles along the top of the key. Flanham underneath to Wallen. Wallen to Jackson. Jackson's three is good. And that's going to be Tyler Jackson with the triple to bring it into a 4-point gain.
First 3 points for Jackson.
And Smear dribbling around. Jack Charlo's got it at the top of the key. Now it's Sikora. Wallen with a little swat at the ball. And now Sikora can't keep track. And Wallen's going the other way. I have noticed on some of Sikora's drives, the bounce is a little bit higher than it probably should be, and he loses possession a lot easier. But that could be the PSI on the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Jackson brings it up for Amery.
And a double dribble.
Big momentum change there for the Vikings after the out of bounds turnover there by Sikora. Now going back the other way as Ensmeyer.
Tell you what, that
Ensmeyer
Viking defense, that in-your-face defense the Vikings have been playing has really got Amery frustrated right now.
Absolutely. This one's going to be on the floor. And
it's not going to matter. He's going to get 2 shots anyway. Flanham with the call. It's his 3rd personal.
First one from Charlo, good. Charlo with 15 for the Vikings. 2:58 left to go here from Colfax. 5-point lead. Second shot up and good. Jack Charlo, 16 points, and we have another. This time we got a foul. Did not catch on who.
It was on Lenz. It's his 2nd personal. 6th team foul on the Vikings.
One more and it'll be
bonus time.
So Jackson dribbling up, I'll break on defense, and we got another whistle. And this time it's on Sikora.
That's the 3rd personal on Sikora, 7th team foul on the Vikings. That's going to put Wallen to the line for a 1-and-1.
And I'm sure you can hear in the background, we got some parents who aren't so happy with that one. Wallen to the line. Looking for his first points of the second half. That one's good. Wallen's got 20. Amery trailing by 5. Wallen second, in and out. Ring around the rosy for the basketball that time on Wallen's free throw shot. And it's going back up the other way. 5-point lead for the Vikings. Sikora brings it across the timeline. Now it's going to Ensminger. And now Charlo lost possession of the ball. Wallen takes it up, and Wallen traveled. He walked. Sikora hyped up the senior. We got another timeout, this time for the Vikings. 47-42, Vikings lead the Warriors. You're tuned to Viking basketball on Northern Light Webcasting Network, NLWN-TV, and Viking TV.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. This is unacceptable, and something Feeding America is working to solve. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States, including yours. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover their unique mix of all kinds of traits.
Where'd Wiley go? Where's Wiley? Ah, there she is.
Paw, do you remember being an ancient wolf? Do you ever feel the call of the wild?
You're a renegade cop, and I'm a con woman with nothing to prove. But together, we could really solve this murder.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but all of them are pure love.
And we're back from Colfax High School, where the Vikings lead the Warriors, 47-42. Going down to the wire. This one's inbound to the lens. Amery starting to do the press as that one's sent through, but Charlo able to keep track of the ball. Now Ensmeyer's got it. Looking for somebody to get to it. And now it's the dribbling from Sikora, trying to make Amery foul. Now they're passing around. Vikings trying to see how much clock they can waste, and that pass goes over Sikora's head. And so felt the trouble.
When you want to pull the ball out and freeze the ball, you got to make sure your passes.
Yep. 47-42, 2 minutes left to go in this one. Underneath is Flanham. He can't get it up, and it's going to stay with Warriors.
His shot got totally blocked by Lenz.
Then went off either Lenz or Charlo.
Blocked by Lenz out of bounds.
Okay. Flanham gets it off the inbound. Now to Wallen. Wallen to Flanham. Flanham for 3. Good. What a way for Charlie Flanham to get on the board. The 3 to bring it to within 2. And now we got a foul on Wallen. And Wallen, that's his 4th. Big one there, Rick, for Carter Wallen. Minute 40 left to go in this game, and he can't play as tight as defense he'd probably like to now. Score's first coming up. He's got 9. Shot in and out. Jensen into the game for Lentz.
Probably giving Lentz a bit of a breather.
Second one for Sikora, off the mark. Amery with the rebound, and kind of a weird rebound. It went off the bottom of the backboard and into Carter Wallen's hands. Wallen gets it to Helbig, who gets it to Jackson, who puts up the 3, in and out. Going the other way as Charlo gets the rebound. Ensminger's going to bring it up. Amery's going to trap. Go for the trap. Now Sikora brings it up. Sikora dribbling to the lane. Now gets it to the corner to Albright. Now Ensminger dribbles and another carry.
I think I know what Elijah Ensminger is going to be working on in practice this next week.
He's dribbling.
Keeping that hand on top of the ball.
Couple of them tonight for Ensminger. As now this is how big brings it around the wing. And it's stolen by Jack Charlo. He's got an open lane. He's going up, and he can't lay it in.
The layup.
He's denied by the rim.
Boy, that rim plays tough defense.
Sure does sometimes. Under a minute left to go here from Colfax. Amery's got possession. Jackson's got the ball, and now it's Holland. Wallen for 3. Off the board and no good. Now, looking like it was out of bounds, but we got double dribbling. Nyquist will take Nyquist double dribbled, and it's going the other way.
Less than 40 seconds. Ensminger asking the official, and I would bet he's asking about that carrying call.
Always good to know what you're doing wrong and how you can learn from it.
And you can do that very diplomatically.
Absolutely.
Oh, there, I can see what he's doing. He's catching the ball on the bottom.
That would make sense, as we got a foul.
I believe that's on Flannum.
That is.
That's his fourth.
Sorry, I keep cutting you off on there. That's your job.
Okay.
Speaking of 4, number 4, Bryce Sikora to the line. First one good. That makes it a 3-point game. One more will make it a 2-possession game. 10 now for Sikora. One of 3 Vikings to be in double digits here tonight. This one up and in and good. 4-point lead for the Vikings. 28.6 seconds left to go.
That makes it a 2-possession game.
Wallen brings it up the court. This is the first we've seen him run. And we got a push.
Oh, and we're going to get a foul called on Sikora. That is not going to make Coach Knoll very happy.
Not at all. Sending Wallen to the line, their best free throw shooter by far.
That's the 4th foul on Sikora. 8th team foul on the Vikings.
Refs have been busy tonight.
Wallen gets a 1-1.
And that's off the mark. Charlot's got it. Dribbles, gets a pass out, and we got a timeout. Colfax, 49-45 left to go. There's a score here. You're tuned to Vikings basketball on Northern Light Webcast Network, NLWN-TV, and Viking TV.
Hi there, Russell here. I'm one of Santa's elves. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm his chief elf when it comes to making deliveries on Christmas Eve. It's a busy time here at the North Pole. We elves are pretty good at assembling things. That's why the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV asked me to assemble their Christmas gift to you. So here's what I've come up with. We're all going on a ride with Santa on Christmas Eve. Not his whole trip, but part of it. And I have the in-flight entertainment all lined up. So join me, Santa, and the Northern Light Webcasting Network along with NLWN-TV on Christmas Eve beginning at 7 p.m.
And we're back. 49-45 the score. 19.7 seconds left to go. And boy, what a way to get your season started if you're the Vikings.
2-possession game. Vikings just have to take care of the ball, which they've struggled with on the last couple possessions.
They have. They have struggled with the pressure that Amery is presenting. Oh, Jensen's pass to Albright is off. Albright breaks the trap, and now Ensminger is able to keep it, and he's fouled. Helbig had no choice but to foul Ensminger, and with 8.5 seconds left, one free throw here from Ensminger should pretty much do it for the Vikings.
That was Helbig. It's his first personal. Number 10 fouling number 10.
Funny how that works. Ensminger's shot off the mark. Neither team with timeouts left. Second one from Ensminger. Good. Ensminger with 5. 8.5 seconds left to go. 5-point lead for the Warriors.
Or for the Vikings.
For the Vikings, I apologize. Warriors bringing it up. Jackson looking for somebody to give it to. Lundqvist at the buzzer, no good, and that'll do it. The Vikings with the season opening victory, 50-45 over the Amery Warriors.
And I'll tell you what, we're going to have a Viking post game, and I'm sure Coach Knoll's going to come up and talk to us. So why don't we do that We're going to head to the Viking postgame right after this timeout. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV and Viking TV.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight, both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back, because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us for Colfax Viking Boys Basketball. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Viking Postgame, where we'll take a look back at today's Viking game.
Time now for Viking Postgame, a wrap-up of today's Colfax Viking Boys game. And now, Viking Postgame.
And we're back here from Colfax High School, where the final score in this one was Vikings 50, Amery Warriors 45. A thrilling season opening victory as we have our head coach, Mark Knoll, slowly making his way up here to the bleachers. Looks like he's going to talk to a parent. We'll ask him some questions about the game and how the kids did. And
I was pretty impressed in this game with the adjustments that the Vikings seemed to make at halftime. I'll be really curious to see what Coach Knoll has to say about what they did to Carter Wallen and how they changed their attack on him. And
just 1 second half point for Carter Wallen, so it's a very good topic. I'm excited to see what Coach has to say.
He had a more important stop to make. He's got family that he's chatting with down there. And
family comes first always.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a sweep on the night for the Vikings as the JV dominated pretty well, 46-21. It was the sophomore in that one. If I can find it for you, Mason Yarrington played well for the JV team. Now here we go. We have head coach Mark Knoll. And Coach, happy to have you here. Congratulations on a season opening victory. How do you feel?
I feel good that we won. If we would have lost, I don't think I would have slept tonight. Either way, you don't sleep, but I'm happy for the boys that they played with more composure in the second half than they did in the first half. The one freshman for them obviously had a great game, had 19 points in the first half, and to hold him to 1 point in the second half was obviously the difference in the game.
Coach, I've got to ask you, what did you say to your guys at halftime to shut down Wallen in the second half? Like you said, he had 19 points in the first half. You held him to a free throw.
Yeah. I think, we switched our defense, and that defense really took him out of what they were trying to do in that first half, kept getting a ball screen where he had an empty court to work with. He kept going back to his right. We knew that, but our kids just weren't adjusting to that, so I had to change our defense so that he wouldn't get those kind of looks anymore.
And it was a great adjustment as it was, as you mentioned, only 1 second half point, and that was big as your boys were able to pull out the win. And talk about Jack Charlotte, 16 points tonight. He was all over the floor, chasing down loose balls, rebounds. Pretty impressive from the junior.
Yeah, Jack's got a huge motor. He plays really hard. You saw how many, he probably had 4 or 5 steals out there tonight. And I love his energy that he plays with. Obviously, I wish he would have made that layup. I'm sure he's going to be thinking about that layup that he had, because that would have probably iced the game.
Absolutely.
They had a chance to come down and maybe score or take the lead, I think, once we missed that layup. But I think he's so close to dunking that I think he was dreaming like this might be my chance to dunk it. And no, he's not ready to do that yet.
No. And that's what it looked like.
You know what? I think his energy, that motor that you said he plays with, that's contagious as well. Because in the second half, the Vikings were flying all over the place, getting in the way of the ball, getting hands on the ball, blocking shots, the things they weren't doing in the first half, and all of a sudden in the second half, the energy was there.
And that's kind of what I talked to you about before, Bruce, was that this team's a really young team. We really only have 3 guys with varsity experience, and as the year goes on, I think you're going to see growth from a lot of these kids because, my fault. And I think you're going to see a lot of growth throughout the season. Thanks. I know another Bruce Olson, so I always say that, Bruce. I know it's Rick. I don't know, but there's another. I knew another Bruce that he was from Osseo.
Yeah, okay. But not nearly as good looking as me, right?
No.
Okay.
Well, Coach, Thursday night you're headed to Bloomer. How do you feel?
That's going to be a tough game. They've got a nice team. They're a bigger high school like Amery. It's going to be a tough game. Their best player is a sophomore. He probably averaged like 12, 13 points a game last year. That's going to be a big challenge for us. I'm welcome for the challenge and see what we can grow from it. I'm happy for the boys that they got the win tonight, and I think we did bring the energy. That was the difference. In the first half, I thought we had a lot of kids that got caught standing around and watching.
Yep.
And that's because they haven't played enough. The band's playing. The kids are in the stands. I think they were kind of shell-shocked by that. In the second half, they just started playing.
Absolutely, and they look more comfortable, as you mentioned, and they're able to pull out a 50-45 win over Amery Warriors to get the season started. Congratulations,
Thanks, guys.
Coach.
Appreciate you guys doing this tonight. Love it. Thank you very much. Go Vikings.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Congratulations on getting win number 1.
Thank you. Sorry about
Well, we'll be back with more Viking
Postgame.
right after this timeout. You're tuned to
Vikings basketball on Northern Light Webcasting Network, NLWN-TV, and Viking TV.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-563-1749.
And we're back. And Rick, why don't you walk us through the stat sheet tonight?
I'd be happy to do that. First of all, for the Amery Warriors, they, of course, were led, like we've been saying all night, by Carter Wallen with 20 points. He had 19 of those in the first half, with 5 of them being from three-point land. He was held only a free throw in the second half, but he had 20 points. He was followed by Lane Frederick, who fouled out early in the second half with 7 points. Then came Dayton White with 5. And we have Isaac Helbig and Charlie Flanham and Tyler Jackson all had 3. Seth Wallen and Michael Lepak each had a couple of points. And that came out to 45. For the Vikings, they were led by Jack Charlo, who picked up 16 points, 9 of them in the second half. And of those 9 in the second half, 7 were from the charity stripe. That's what happens when you play with a lot of energy. You draw a lot of fouls and you go to the line and you sink those free throws. You end up with a lot of points. He was followed by both Bryce Sikora and Ryan Albright, who each had 11. Albright had 3 threes. All of his points came in the second half. Then came Elijah Ensminger and Tristan Lenz. They each had 5 points, and Nick Jensen had 2 points on a couple of free throws. And that comes out to 50. It comes out to a season-winning or season-opening win of 50-45, Vikings over the Amery Warriors.
Well, Rick, first one in the book for the boys tonight. They look good. We'll catch you up on some Colfax news here. Tonight's our boys basketball. Join NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network Tuesday, December 7th, as the Vikings boys will travel to Glenwood City to take on the Hilltoppers. Live coverage will begin with Viking pregame beginning at 6:55 p.m., and that will be followed by all the live play-by-play action by yours truly, Ethan Bartles, and if not, maybe Dan Paschow, if not Rick Olson on the color. That's Colfax Boys Basketball, Tuesday, December 7th on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. The girls join NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network on Thursday, December 2nd, as the Vikings girls will travel to Glenwood City to take on the Hilltoppers.
Again.
Live coverage will begin with Viking pregame beginning at 6:55 p.m., and that will be followed by all the live play-by-play action. That's Colfax girls basketball on Thursday, December 2nd. That's this Thursday on Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. The wrestling team gets going this weekend as the Bloomer Colfax wrestling team will wrestle at the 8-team Glenwood City Varsity Invitational on Saturday, December 4th. Wrestling gets underway at 10 a.m. Start making your plans to tune into either the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service or NLWN-TV for our holiday gift to you 2021. We will bring you the finest in Christmas-themed old-time radio programs, including the famous Campo Playhouse production of Orson Welles and Lionel Barrymore and Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. That's Christmas Eve, beginning at 7 p.m. on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Tonight's Colfax High School basketball game is brought to you by the Colfax Animal Hospital, Dairy State Bank, Anderson Bridge, Slayton's Technology, Pleasant Valley Properties, Aaron Custom Bailing, and Kyle's Buff and Shine. Be sure to thank these fine sponsors for bringing you Colfax Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. And for Rick Olson, I'm Ethan Bartles and Jeff Gus on the camera. Once again, 50-45, your final score from from Colfax. The Vikings take care of Amery here tonight. We'll be back Thursday night for Colfax girls from Glenwood City.
You've been listening to Viking Postgame, a wrap-up of today's Colfax Viking Boys game. You can catch Colfax Vikings games by tuning in to any of the Northern Light Webcasting Network outlets. This has been a production of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.